Hi, I'm Selena, a teacher with 20 years of experience and a test prep expert with Study.com. This problem set is designed to help you prepare for the FTCE Health K-12 019 exam. In this section, we'll focus on the subtopic Knowledge of Health Education Instructional Practices, covering effective teaching strategies, student engagement, and planning techniques for delivering quality health education. Let's dive in. What does WSCC stand for? A, whole school, whole class, whole child. B, whole school, whole community, whole child. C, whole student, whole class, whole child. Or D, whole student, whole conflict, whole child. A, whole school, whole class, whole child is incorrect. It's close, but whole class is too limited. WSCC includes the broader community. C, whole student, whole class, whole child is incorrect. It repeats whole, but doesn't match the real model. Again, whole class is not correct. D, whole student, whole conflict, whole child is incorrect. Whole conflict doesn't make sense in the context and isn't part of the WSCC framework. The correct answer is B. The WSCC, or whole school, whole community, whole child, is a comprehensive and student-centered approach to healthy kids. Which of the following effective teaching strategies encourages students to figure things out on their own? A, promoting student independence. B, breaking down bigger concepts. C, providing feedback to students. Or D, explaining materials clearly. B, breaking down bigger concepts is incorrect. This helps students understand, but it's teacher-led, not student-driven. C, providing feedback to students. This is incorrect. It is important for learning, but it involves responding, not letting students discover answers themselves. D, explaining materials clearly is incorrect. This makes content easier, but again, it's direct instruction, not independent thinking. The correct answer is A, promoting student independence. Teaching effectively by promoting student independence allows students to build up their critical thinking and gain confidence in their study materials. A health education teacher is planning a lesson on nutrition for a diverse class. The teacher should A, use food examples from only one culture to simplify the lesson. B, use food examples from various cultures represented in the class. C, focus only on American dietary guidelines. Or D, avoid discussing cultural food practices to avoid offending anyone. A, use food examples from only one culture is incorrect. This limits student engagement and excludes others' backgrounds. C, focus only on American dietary guidelines. This is incorrect. It's important info, but ignores cultural differences in food choices and habits. D, avoid discussing cultural food practices is incorrect. Avoiding culture misses an opportunity to connect and respect diversity. The correct answer is B, to use food examples from various cultures represented in the class. This approach helps to make the lesson more relevant and engaging for the students and promotes cultural inclusivity. Which of the following would be the most effective strategy to ensure the successful implementation of a health education program? A, ensure that teachers have the necessary training and resources. B, implement the program without informing parents. C, implement the program without considering the school's existing health education curriculum. Or D, implement the program as quickly as possible. B, implement the program without informing parents is incorrect. This excludes a key group of stakeholders and can lead to confusion and resistance. C, implement the program without considering the school's existing curriculum is incorrect. This risks overlap, gaps, or conflicts with what's already being taught. D, implement the program as quickly as possible is incorrect. Rushing it can cause poor planning and weak execution. Ensuring that teachers have the necessary training and resources is the correct answer. Teachers are the primary facilitators of health education programs, and their understanding and ability to deliver the program effectively are crucial to its success. Thanks for joining me today as we reviewed test prep questions for the FTCE Health K-12 019 exam, with a special focus on the subtopic Knowledge of Health Education Instructional Practices, covering effective teaching strategies, student engagement, and planning techniques for delivering quality health education. Like this video and subscribe to this channel to get all the latest FTCE test updates. And please leave your questions and success stories in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and happy studying.